Hi, this video is part of my complete Helm course. The link is in the description of this video, so make sure to give a thumbs up, and if you don't want to miss any updates, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's get started. Hello and welcome back. I would like to extend our values.yaml here to actually allow users to deploy or not a service. Right now, a service will always be deployed for our Nginx deployment, but let's say that for whatever reason, we would like to give our users the possibility of disabling the service altogether. So we're just going to add a third parameter here that's going to be enabled, and then we'll say here whether to deploy the service altogether or not. Right, so now here, if we set enabled to false, so let's set the default here enabled, we're going to set to true, right? So now the idea here is that if we set this to false, we would then like to not have this service deployed altogether. And the way for us to achieve that is to conditionally render the entire service block here if enabled is set to true. And otherwise, if it is not set to true, to just skip the entire rendering of this Kubernetes object. For us to do that, there is a very straightforward way, and it is to wrap the whole thing around an if condition. So I'm going to add the dash here to remove the white space that comes here. That's going to be the new line that's going to be removed. And we're going to say if, and then we'll say .values.service.enabled. So if it is enabled, please add this to the generated templates. Right, so here whenever we open the if condition, we need to close it with an end. So we're just going to wrap the whole service in this if condition. What this will do, if we come here back to the terminal and run the Helm template Nginx command like so, and the Nginx is the name of the folder, you will see that yes, it will generate, it will include the service here, because enabled is set to true in our service.enabled configuration. But let's now set it to false. The moment we set it to false and we come back to the terminal and we rerun the template command here, then you will see that it's not included altogether. That means that when we try to install this with Helm, the generated Kubernetes manifests will not include our service. Let's clear the screen here and let's do exactly that. So Helm install, and I believe that we still have the two releases from the previous lecture. So let's just uninstall them. So Helm uninstall local-nginx and Helm uninstall local-nginx 2. And let's now install here once again Helm install local-nginx nginx. And now if we were to get the services here, you will see that no new service is created. So we were able to conditionally render a Kubernetes manifest, a Kubernetes resource, depending on the configuration that we receive. I'm going to change this back to true, just so that the service is deployed by default. But hopefully this also helps you understand how we can leverage this pattern, not only to deploy entire Kubernetes objects, but also to conditionally include or remove pieces of information from the other Kubernetes objects or the other templates that are included in our Helm chart. Once we have completed rendering our service conditionally, I think that's a good moment for us to take a short break and come back in the next lecture to continue going through the process of creating and publishing our own charts.